G'day, good to have you with us and welcome to the CruiseAway show with Derek and Joe. Don't forget, we are around every day to bring you sunshine, good news and holidays to get planned, so make sure you come and join us.
Yes, and in today's show we have news from Princess Cruises as to where the Majestic Princess will be in her winter 2026 season. And it's great news for those of you who like to explore the lesser seen parts of the world that are in hot demand.
Yeah, that's right. We're off to South America with journeys to the bottom of the world, and we're about to explore the wild reaches of Patagonia and Antarctica, as well as basking in the holiday hotspots of the stunning Brazilian coastline. All of our journeys this time are inclusive, so no bar tab or Wi-Fi bill to worry about, plus a whole host of perks on board. Talking of which, let's get you on board with our first offer to the Antarctica glaciers, which is easy for anyone else to say but me. And this is for the 20th of January in 2027, and we'll fly you first down to Buenos Aires in Argentina, where we'll spend 3 nights, the first 2 in a hotel and the third as the first night of your cruise. So let's go and check out the city.
Indeed, Buenos Aires is fascinating and offers you a wide range of activities from, exploring cultural sites and history through to the Recoleta Cemetery, which is iconic, and La Boca, which is the famous tango district. You'll love it. You've got 70 nights on board Majestic Princess now, and you actually have Princess Plus in this offer, which means your drinks, Wi-Fi, juice bar, premium desserts, fitness classes, casual dining, it's all included in your fabulous fee, and also room service is complimentary, no Chanel delivery. So I mean, that's already ticked off so many boxes for so many people that are planning a trip of this scale, of this magnitude, because it's all in. You don't have much to think about really when you're on board, which is wonderful, and it just makes life so much easier to be able to go ahead and grab your glass of wine with dinner and not have it added to the bill. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the thing. It just stops people like me every single end of the day switching on the TV and going to the option where it shows your account.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have that on your mind, which is great. And that means I think you can enjoy your holiday just a lot more. They're fabulous ships with Princess anyway. They are just great. The service on board is brilliant. It's prompt. It's always there for you. The food is amazing. You can see the detail that goes into the cuisine that's on board. Equally, the team that work in the spa and the fitness centre there as well really like to look after you. It is just a great time for everyone, and Princess really again is another cruise line which is great for cruisers of all ages. And actually you'll find that it's weird because a lot of people still have a bit of an outdated view in their mind that maybe it's kind of it's kind of more mature and seniors that go on cruises more than anyone else. And actually the average age of cruise passengers is coming down and down and down all of the time. And you can see why, because the offering is very, very exciting. You are getting a lot for your holiday. And today's travellers really do demand a lot of their holiday. Entertainment no longer is one man plugged into a speaker. Do you know what I mean? And just singing tunes. It has to be bold and bright and varied, because people get very not bored, but they get very samey very easily. Yeah. They demand a lot of choice, and Princess deliver on all counts there.
They absolutely do. You've got an art gallery. You can actually go and enjoy art auctions as well. Of course, the gaming, and then so much more on offer throughout the day and into the evening. So we are cruising out of Buenos Aires into Punta Arenas in Chile as the first port. Chile is fascinating and beautiful. Now, of course, you're down in a natural part of the world which is famous for, Patagonia is famous. You've got the Magdalena Island penguin tour to do there. Ushuaia's next, and many call it the end of the world because it quite literally is. And you have got to go to Tierra del Fuego while you're there, which is literally flaming earth. That's what it translates to. And the end of the world train is also a really great adventure. Then it's Stanley in the Falkland Islands, and of course many will be visiting this part of the world to see the wildlife, the penguins, of course, the beautiful penguins that you might be lucky enough to see on tour. I'd recommend that. There's also elephant seals that you might see in the area. And then it's Montevideo in Uruguay with its gorgeous and imposing Plaza Independencia, the central square. The Ciudad Vieja, the old town, is also very beautiful, as is the Solis Theatre. Now we're back into Buenos Aires, where we will transfer you to the airport. Now, lots of great cruising on this adventure. You've got the Antarctic Peninsula for 4 days, so you will have an ample opportunity there to see incredible wildlife and glaciers along the way.
Yeah, it's kind of the highlight of that itinerary, actually, those 4 days cruising the Antarctic itself, and again, seals and penguins and whale watching and seeing the glaciers. It's going to be truly magical, absolutely magical. This is a very, very different experience, moreover than any other part of the cruising world that there is, because this really does feel like an exploration, like an expedition that you are going on here as well. And you've got plenty of time to appreciate it and drink it all in. You know, it's a very, very different part of the world for a lot of people to go to as well. So this is your ultimate Antarctic adventure for 2027 with Princess Cruises. Remember, with your stay in Buenos Aires, and your flights are included, and you're inclusive on board the 17-night cruise. So let's find out your price tag, because again, I think actually there's a lot of companies that will design a bespoke and a tailored holiday just to see Antarctica, and that will set you back. Just that scenic element of it could set you back tens of thousands of dollars. This includes so much, and you can book today with a deposit, and such more of a pleasant experience as well. So you're going to the wilds, but you're doing it in style, if that makes sense. Such an adventure, several days of scenic cruising as you go through Antarctica itself as well. Wildlife watching, the glaciers, the whale watching, it's going to be stunning. And your Dream Away package includes your flights to and from Buenos Aires in Argentina, where we've included a 3-night hotel stay before you cruise, and then you've got your 17-night Antarctic adventure through Chile, Ushuaia, the Falkland Islands, and Montevideo in Uruguay, and plenty of time to tour and explore this wonderful region as well, as I say, with those dreamy days of scenic cruising. Through the cruise, you will also enjoy the Princess Plus package, which is premium drinks package, Wi-Fi, additional casual dining, which is brilliant, room service without delivery charges, group fitness, and so much more. And at the end of the cruise, we've arranged the transfer back to the airport for the flight home as well. Here is everything that's included for your price. We really have thought of everything here because, again, as we say quite a lot on these shows, if you come in and join us on a regular basis, we're here every day, by the way. Sometimes people have a little bit of a reservation going to unfamiliar parts of the world, going to places you've never been to before for the first time. So what we try to do, and what the cruise lines try to do, is just make that as simple and as easy as possible. There's lots of information through the cruise. There's lots of shore excursion adventures that you can join in with and treat yourselves to if you want to. There's lots of information on board the ship, so you don't need to do months of homework before you go to these places. And at the same time, you have that relaxed deluxe hotel to enjoy and be fed and enjoy the drinks and the Wi-Fi and everything else that you've got going on here as well. We're going to be doing some more of that in just a second as well. But listen, if you like the idea of this first offer, please do just give us a call on our toll-free number 1300 412 358. And when it comes to putting big adventures like this together, CruiseAway really are the only choice in Australia.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
And our team really are fantastic. A lot of our team have been with us forever and a day, and they know the cruise lines and the cruise ships inside out. So any questions, please do call us. Don't sit there and wonder. Just pick up the phone and give us a call.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah.
Get your next
Why not?
incredible, holiday in the books, on the cards, ready and waiting for you.
Yeah.
Our next South American adventure takes us to the fascinating Patagonia with its rich wildlife, incredible landscapes and forbidden treasures. And this trip for 20 nights starts on the 20th of December next year. So pack the Christmas prezzies up as you fly from Sydney to Santiago, the capital of Chile, where the streets will be full of Christmas trees and festive lights. We're staying for 2 nights here in a hotel. Wonderful. Now, of course, we are in the same season as we are back home when we're in Santiago, so it's their summertime, of course, same hemisphere. It's beautiful, Santiago, and full of the great wineries if you love wine. We're going to transfer you to the port where you will join the Majestic Princess next for 15 nights. Now, this is going to be for Christmas, which means that you can enjoy Christmas with someone else doing everything. You don't have to think about peeling the potatoes. You don't have to think about cooking the bird. You don't have to think about anything because it's all done for you. And they really do go to town on board with celebrating the holidays. They do usually a big gingerbread house, loads of decorations. If you're traveling with the kiddos, you'll have Santa and the elves visiting on Christmas Day and all of that stuff. Princess Plus is included as well in this adventure.
Which is really good when it comes to seeing in the new year as well, because that is where, isn't it? That's the time of the year. That's the occasion where we might, listen, I'm not going to say overindulge. I'm just going to say maybe enjoy 1 or 2 more than we would normally, because seeing in the new year is a big deal, and doing it with lots and lots of people. It's going to be a great atmosphere on board. It's going to be a far cry from maybe, I don't know, what you do on New Year's Eve ordinarily. You sit at home, wait for the fireworks, and then that's it, off to bed.
Yeah, or go out and just be caught in massive crowds, or not deciding what to do and then do nothing. Like many.
There you go. And spending a lot of money doing it as well. If you do go out and do something, it spends a lot of money doing it.
Yeah.
So this is wonderful. Now, let's just talk you through the Princess Cruising experience, because you are going to love it. First of all, your staterooms, your accommodation. Beautiful, spacious, well thought out, well designed, plenty of space for everything, plenty of facilities. You've got the right things where you need them. And listen, you won't be in your accommodation very much because you'll be enjoying all the fabulous stuff on the ship.
You will.
All of the pools and the restaurants and the theatres and the lounges and the activities and the game shows, and it just never stops.
Yeah, you've got, even in the atrium, you'll find that they have lots of pop-up entertainment from musicians to jugglers and acrobats, food carvers. There'll be someone doing their ice carving display or fruit carving display, something like that. And you can actually join in with all kinds of activities around the ship. The fountain light show too. That's very unique. You don't get that on many cruise ships. The art gallery, of course, as well. And there's lots of crafting activities to enjoy on a day-to-day basis, sports activities, you name it. Now, we are cruising out of the port for Santiago, and the first port we're heading into. On Christmas Eve is Puerto Montt. Now, I did a spectacular waterfall excursion when I was here, and it's just as beautiful as you see. Lush natural beauty. Now, we have got 2 days at sea for Christmas Day and Boxing Day before we arrive in Punta Arenas. And the interesting thing about Chile is there's a German connection. So a lot of the houses look quite German in Chile. And it's interesting to do a tour of the town to learn about the history and the connections there too. Next up, we're into Ushuaia. End of the world, as they call it, Ushuaia. This is the stopping off point, or should we say the embarkation point for Antarctica cruises and those big kind of trawlers and things that go out. So you can learn about that while you're there too. We are next into Stanley in the Falkland Islands. I'm going to be there on New Year's Eve. Now, one thing I would definitely recommend doing here is going and doing a penguin tour, learning about these. You've got the emperor penguins there you might be lucky enough to see. Now, we're going to celebrate New Year's Day at sea before we head to Puerto Madryn. And again, look at the penguins. I just think this is going to be the highlight of your trip, seeing the wildlife. You might see whales, sea lions as well, but definitely do a tour which will take in all of those things potentially. Then it's Montevideo. It's lovely wineries in Uruguay alongside Chile. So if you can do a nice wine tour there, and particularly if you like your red wine, it's beautiful. And the downtown area is also gorgeous. Now we have an overnight on board in Buenos Aires, followed by 2 nights in a hotel. So 3 nights, which you can extend if you speak to the team, if you want to stay longer, to explore this fascinating city of culture, art. I mean, it's like Europe meets South America. That's what Buenos Aires feels like. It definitely has a European flair. It's very grand and elegant. Wow, you're going to love it. So here's an overview of your incredible adventure all through Christmas and New Year. Flying into Chile, heading through, Patagonia. So you've got Puerto Montt, Punta Arenas, cruising through Cape Horn. You've got scenic cruising in there as well. So you might see some incredible glaciers and wildlife. And then finishing up in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, it's stunning. Again, it's a nice 50-50 balance here of seeing that wonderful scenery and doing it from the ship as well. So enjoying the very, very best of everything while you're on board, but also having just these incredible views as well. And how about going to the end of the world at the end of the year? That's quite a good thing to say. You should have a certificate made for that as well. It'll certainly be one to remember, because not only are you celebrating Christmas and New Year, but you're doing it in a very, very different part of the world as well. Let's take a look at your amazing CruiseAway package price tag, because again, this is a once in a lifetime as well. And sometimes it feels like we say that a lot, and there are lots of once-in-a-lifetime experiences, but I think this one is very, very different. If I think about all of the cruise adventures I've talked about, over 15 years of talking cruises on TV, I think this is one of the most special to do, and it still feels quite new. It still feels like a lot of people haven't yet done this. So it still feels like you're discovering something that still so many people have not done. And there are very few of these cruises in this part of the world, actually. Doing it over the holidays just makes it feel extra special. So your 20 nights includes your flight from Sydney to Santiago, which is of course the capital of Chile, for a 2-night hotel stay there. Then we include a transfer to the cruise port in San Antonio to join your 15-night cruise on the Majestic Princess, and you're sailing in Chile, Patagonia, the Falklands, Uruguay, and so much more as well. Plenty of scenic cruising along the way, and you'll be enjoying the trappings of Princess Plus as well. So that's premium drinks package all the way through Christmas and New Year. Thank you. Wi-Fi so you can keep in touch. Merry Christmas. I'm at the end of the world. Additional casual dining included, room service, group fitness, and more perks as well. The cruise ends with an overnight stay in Buenos Aires on the ship, and then 2 further nights in a hotel, plus of course your flight home to Oz, which you won't want to take, but we've included it anyway. Here's the details and everything that's included. Again, wonderful. I think magical. I think when you are going to invest in what is, it's a considered holiday, no doubt about it, but I think what it returns back to you in time of the year, in part of the world, in the inclusions you have on board. Just for instance there, you see your second tick there on the list. Your Princess Plus package has a value of nearly $1,000 per person. Now, if you think about it, it's so good, and here's everything that is included. So a full drinks package up to a really good value per drink, which is great, all the way through the cruise, remember. Unlimited Wi-Fi, which is great. Premium desserts, which are a fairly new addition to Princess, and they are brilliant. You can have 2 of those per day. There's a full menu, a very exotic menu of premium desserts, which are wonderful. And things like Ocean Now delivery as well. So you can literally be sat anywhere on the ship with your little medallion on, order some food or drink via the app, and it comes to the spot where you are on the ship, which is so clever. Princess was so ahead of their time when they developed the medallion process and way of being. You literally just carry around this chip coin or wear it. It opens your stateroom, it charges treatments, shopping, things like that, and it knows where you are on the ship. And actually, if you're looking for the other people in your party, you can locate them via the little chips that everyone wears. It's so clever. So clever.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Brilliant,
so
isn't it?
dynamic. Yeah, it's the next level of cruising. It's the future of cruising,
Yeah.
and you get to experience that. Now, there are many more itineraries in the winter season for next winter into 2027 on the Majestic Princess. So call our team and we'll tell you what's on offer. Now, our final offer takes us on a Brazilian adventure via the Caribbean on the 17th of November next year. We're going to fly you first from Sydney over to Fort Lauderdale on the Florida coast for a 2-night hotel stay. Oh, that feeling of being in Fort Lauderdale, knowing you're about to go on a sunny cruise adventure. There's nothing quite like it. And this is why it's one of the biggest cruise ports in the world, of course, alongside Miami. It's charming, Fort Lauderdale. It really is charming. But also you've got the big, all singing, all dancing malls if you love to shop, because it is Florida after all. Everything's pretty big down there. But I love the contrast of, charming meets exciting. So then we have got 18 nights on board with your Princess Plus, which is wonderful, on the Majestic Princess, and heading on an incredible adventure out to Brazil. Wow. So, Princess, which we've focused on a lot in this show, is I have to say, is everything that it's hyped up to be. Like, I feel like when you're going on, you just know it's like that breath of fresh air when you know you're going on Princess. You are absolutely going to be taken care of so well by the amazing team. So everything you've heard about them, when you've heard people raving about them, it is the absolute truth. From the dining through to the activities, through to the aesthetic, I just don't feel like they can put a foot wrong, honestly.
Yeah, it is one of those cruise lines actually that has such a loyal following that when people discover Princess, they do come back again and again and again, and are very loyal to Princess as well. I think because there's a certain familiarity. I mean, they have different classes of ship and different types of ship, but there are familiar features that go right the way through the fleet itself, like its signature steakhouse, for instance, and movies under the stars, experiences that are consistent through Princess. So what they offer, they work so hard to offer that consistency, and it's certainly well rewarded in terms of people coming back again and again and again.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you've got lots of quintessential Princess experiences, such as the movies Under the Stars, for example. That's something that they're known for. And just even sitting out there with popcorn and a drink and watching a movie on the big screen as you breathe in the ocean. I mean, even that is a magical experience. They've won Best Cruise Critic, voted them best beds at sea as well. So you're going to have such a comfortable night's sleep in your stateroom. They are plush and gorgeous. And if you upgrade to a suite, my word, it is gorgeous. It's like, it's such a treat to be able to do that. And if you can, I'd highly recommend it. After hours, by the way, it's not just we eat dinner and then everyone goes to bed. I mean, this is the thing about cruising.
Yeah,
a lot of people think that because, that old-fashioned view of cruising. Do away with that, because there's
lights
always
out at 11 o'clock, please.
Honestly,
nothing like it.
Yeah, you don't
dancing till dawn.
You don't have to have the early bird special if you don't want to. Of course, you can do, but we are cruising out of Fort Lauderdale. A couple of days at sea is going to see us into Phillipsburg and St. Martin. So a little bit of Caribbean to start our cruise, and boy, is this a treasure, this island. It's probably my favourite island in the Caribbean. Dutch and French together. So you've got Marigot, which is the French side, and Phillipsburg, which is the Dutch side. Then we're into Rossau in Dominica, the island of natural, gorgeous beauty, wild, untamed beauty, loads of waterfalls, jungle, wildlife. I would do a best of Rossau or a best of Dominica tour, so you see a little bit of everything. Then we're into Barbados. You might want to head over to Sandy Lane for an afternoon tea, or Lime Grove for some luxury shopping, or down to Harrison's Caves, which are really interesting too. Do an Atlantis submarine adventure if you can while you're there. Fortaleza, Brazil awaits us next. Brazil is amazing, not just in terms of its beaches, which is famous for, of course, but the architecture. There's a lot of not ancient, but literally hundreds of years old of history. Rio's next, of course. This is the capital. A trip to Rio would not be complete without heading up to see Christ the Redeemer, the famous statue overlooking Sugarloaf Mountain, and you can do that and you take a funicular adventure up there. Then we're on to Montevideo in Uruguay, which is, the surrounding areas here are full of lovely wineries, beautiful nature, and you can book a cruise tour with the cruise, so it makes it easy for you to get back to the port on time. You don't have to worry about anything there. Then we have an overnight in Buenos Aires, but you also have 2 nights in a hotel to explore the incredible Argentinian capital. Get out there on a bike tour if you can. Head down to El Boca, which is the mouth, essentially, is what it means, which is where everybody is doing tango in the streets. You could just you sit in people watching paradise. It really is.
I think I would be watching rather than dancing.
And make sure you bring some alfajores back with you. They're the famous cookies from Argentina with dulce de leche. Nice. We're going to fly you back to Australia after this.
Lovely. Maybe you'll take a dancing lesson while you're in Buenos Aires. So maybe you surprise the friends and family when you get back. Look at this. Would be great to do, wouldn't it?
I'd be watching with you, Derek. I'm not joining in.
Absolutely. I'll be watching from the street, glass in hand. Enjoy the best of the Caribbean and beautiful Brazil in this incredible Dreamaway package as well. And I think this is very, very exciting. Again, lots and lots of variety in this holiday. Let's take a look. Oh, my word, look. Look at that price tag. That's very tempting, isn't it? This feels very exotic. It feels very different, doesn't it? And again, with this one, you can book it today with us with a deposit. And it includes your flight from Sydney over to Fort Lauderdale, a 2-night hotel stay there, and then 18 nights of inclusive cruising on the Majestic Princess to the Caribbean and the wonderful ports of Brazil and more, including Rio de Janeiro, and you'll cruise on to Montevideo, end in Buenos Aires with an overnight on board, and then 2 further nights in a hotel as well. Now, while you're on the cruise, you've got the trappings of the Princess Plus package, which is so good. Premium drinks included right the way through, Wi-Fi right the way through your cruise. Things like an unlimited juice bar, these new premium desserts, which are so decorative and so beautiful. You've got some of those included. More included dining options are also on the menu for you as well with Princess Plus, and so much more. As I mentioned, you've got 3 nights in total in Buenos Aires at the end of the holiday, last night of the cruise, and then 2 in a hotel before we fly you back to Sydney. Here's everything that's included. So good. Honestly, I love the sound of this one as well. This show's been a little bit of a tempter, hasn't it, in terms of new ideas, new places to go, new adventures to have. I think it's been a real eye-opener this time. And again, it might just spark a conversation with you and your other half, with family members. And listen, what you should do as well is follow up this show with a quick look around our website at cruiseaway.com.au, because there are so many other wonderful adventures to be had there as well. Just a note on this one, by the way, look at the value per person of your Princess Plus package. It just shows you what amazing value the overall of this package is as well. And again, remember, you know, it might feel like a sort of considered sum, but think of the big adventures and think of all the things that you're not paying out for along the way. Holidays can be very, very expensive. Sometimes you can be tempted by a really, really low price on a regular land holiday, and then you realize you spend twice that just in things. Just in things.
Yeah.
Just in having lunch.
Yeah.
Just in having coffee and cake. Just in having a glass of wine in the evening. When on a cruise, honestly, they take care of so much. It's ridiculous. Listen, that's it. We're out of show again. Thank you so much. Joe and I will be back for more every single day as we cruise away again.
Bye for now.